Grill makers inflate BTU numbers the same way mattress brands inflate thread counts. Pick the wrong 4-burner, and you just torched $200. 5 4-burner propane grills. Real heat output. Real durability. Ranked by owner trust, backed by actual review counts. One rule to remember. Raw BTU claims mean almost nothing. What matters is how that heat distributes across the grate. That's exactly what separates the grills worth owning from the ones that rust out by Labor Day. Let's get into it. Last, and honestly, the hardest sell here, the Auschun at $219.98. 49,000 BTUs and over 625 square inches of cooking area. Sounds like a real deal. It isn't. Not cleanly. Real owners report 3+ hours of assembly, misaligned holes, twisted doors, and a drip pan that doesn't actually fit, meaning grease can drip straight onto your propane tank. The side burner ignition misfires regularly. At this price, that's not a quirk. That's a liability. If you love troubleshooting, it's manageable. Most people don't. Charbroil's pitch for their Pro Series is simple. Amplay Fire infrared technology. 300 to 700 degrees of range, juicier meat, fewer flare-ups. And honestly, the cooking performance backs that up. Owners rate it 4.4 stars across 122 reviews, and the versatility complaints are minimal. But here is the part you need to hear before you add to cart. Charbroil's parent company carried active lawsuits recently, and a separate smoker line triggered a massive recall. This specific model may be completely unaffected, but verify that before you buy. Assembly ships with mystery hardware and screws that practically require magnetic tools. At roughly $560, the heat is real. The homework is yours. The Grill Depot calls itself portable. At $169.99, that claim has to mean something real. It puts out 40,000 BTU across 4 burners, and it throws in a cast iron griddle pan, which is a genuinely useful bonus at this price. The folding side table is a nice touch for camping or backyard use. Here's where it gets uncomfortable, though. Buyers report the metal crumples during assembly. The frame feels wobbly once it's standing. And the instructions? Unclear enough to cost you a full hour of frustration. A 4.6 rating across 123 reviews says most people land okay, but structural shakiness is a real concern for anyone grilling more than occasionally. Buy it if you need a budget starting point. Don't expect it to last. The Cooket promises 49,000 BTU, cast iron grids, a double-layer stainless lid, and genuine grease management, all for $199.99. That is a dense feature list, and honestly, most of it delivers. The cast iron holds heat well. The grease system actually works, and owners who cook on it regularly back that up. 4.5 stars across 185 reviews is not a fluke, but here is the number that stops me cold. One verified buyer reported burner failure after just 4 uses. 4. That is not a break-in quirk. That is a durability red flag at $200. Owners also flag the cooking area runs, smaller than the specs suggest, strong value on paper, real reliability question underneath it. Verify the warranty before you buy. If the burner longevity issue gets resolved, this one nearly takes the top spot, which is exactly why the number 1 pick had to earn it harder. So here's the number 1 pick. The Cap Tyva DeZine's 4-burner at $299.99, 911 reviews at 4.2 stars. That's the largest owner sample in this entire lineup, and that matters. More real buyers, more signals. So the 42,000 BTU output across 542 square inches heats evenly and fast. Owners consistently back that up. The porcelain enameled cast iron grates hold and distribute heat better than plain steel, and you feel it in the sear. Here's the honest part, though. Multiple owners report paint flaking within months, and rust working through the bottom structure inside 2 years. That's a real durability warning. Cover this grill religiously and inspect it seasonally. For most buyers who want proven performance backed by the most tested track record here, this is still the top call. So here is the fast version. Under $200, the Auschun gets you into the game. Nothing more. The Grill Depot adds a griddle plate. Genuinely useful. Mid-range. The Cooket matches the Tyva on BTUs but trails on owner trust. The Charbroil infrared technology sounds impressive. It costs more. The Tyva earns its rank the old-fashioned way. Most owners. Strongest rating. Consistent results. Your buyer type decides everything. Tight budget and occasional use. The Auschun gets you there. Portable cookouts. The Grill Depot. Serious output plus versatility are the Cooket, but most buyers most of the time? The Tyva. Best rating. Most owners. That is the data talking, not the marketing. Links are in the description. Which grill did you go with? Drop it below.